Good morning from just outside of Hot Springs. So we're just climbing up, starting the climb out of Hot Springs now. You can see we've got a nice view over the town. I think our hostel was that building over there in the middle. Yeah, we came over all those ridges a few days ago. Zeroed in Hot Springs yesterday. Had an incredible breakfast this morning at a diner, and we're just having a quick break here, this viewpoint, just to let it settle. Yeah, we've enjoyed a nice for about half a mile of perfectly flat ground alongside a river, which was which was nice. It's probably the flattest half mile we've done so far after almost 300. But yeah, I just realised we probably didn't give it long enough to just let our heavy breakfast settle, so we're just having a break. We've done our full resupply. Packs are incredibly heavy now. I don't know what I've done with my resupply. Like, I feel like I've got the same kind of things I normally do, but for whatever reason, my pack just feels so heavy.
Sorry.
What? Yeah.
Put that on my back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're just getting ready to leave now, so. Yeah, I'm going to do a relatively, at least, shorter day today. Just going to go to the first shelter we come to, which is about 11 miles or so. Just see how we feel then. We'll start planning the rest the next few days. It's always a weird one coming out of a zero, because you've just been like, spent the whole day doing nothing yesterday, and then like trying to summon the will and the motivation to just get up and keep walking again for the next like 2 weeks or however long till we have another zero. But yeah, we're about mile 275, so it doesn't seem that long ago. We're at mile 200, and now we're coming up on mile 300. So that's pretty crazy. They're coming up feels like pretty quick at least anyway. So yeah, right, let's get going. Hello. Right, so it is pretty much the end of the day now. It's like 6:30. Again, I didn't really record much today, even though the weather was all right. It's very windy, as you can probably hear, but we did our 11 miles, got to the shelter, which was full. It's only a tiny shelter anyway. But yeah, today was a bit rough as well, just coming out of the zero, like, I don't know, I thought I'd have more energy for it, and like, if I'm being honest, the kind of like the novelty of the whole thing was kind of wearing off on me a bit. This is now 4 weeks now we've been doing this, and there's like, another 5.5 months still to go. I know like some people get this, like, it's not uncommon for people to kind of feel like this, I think, like, especially they kind of term it, well, some people, I think it usually comes for most people in the term of in the form of the Virginia blues. When you get into Virginia, and it takes, I think by far the state with the most trail in it is Virginia, and it's, people can get like quite tired of feeling like they're not making progress, even if you are. And I guess I'm kind of feeling a bit of that with the week so far. We've had getting out of Georgia, we've had getting to 100 miles, 200 miles, the highest point on the AT, getting into the Smokies, which are like a big, beautiful part of the trail. And like, now we're at like mile 280, so we're not that far from 300, which has crept up on us, but it's kind of, I don't know, it feels like it's kind of losing novelty a bit. I'm hoping that's just some kind of funk that I'm in, after having a nice day off and some proper food. But yeah, I thought I'd be more rested, but like my knees are still hurting both my Achilles are hurting now. Like I'm just trying to take more time to stretch and stuff, but it just means I'm going so much slower uphill. And there's like tons of people passes, and then by the time we get to the shelter, everyone's set up, eating dinner, and we've not set our tents up yet or anything. So we need to either pick up the pace or just be better at getting up and getting ready earlier. But yeah, so yeah, it's a bit of a. Sorry, there's not much footage today, but it's been a bit of a grind. So hopefully tomorrow will be better. It's just can only really be honest on these things anyway. But yeah, we'll get there. All right, I'm gonna go get in my tent, try and warm up, and see you in the morning.
So once again, I've not filmed anything today, basically because it's a pretty sucky day. Like, just been in the clouds all day, or mostly. The wind has been like 30-40 mile an hour, gusting up to 50 or 60 apparently, and like just at least drizzle like all day, and then actual proper rain this afternoon, and just like it's just it's not fun. Yeah, so I'm in my tent, sharing with Korik. Say hi.
I'm grumpy.
Okay.
An understatement.
Yeah, so we basically had to put our tents away in the rain this morning. The rain that was supposed to hold off till the afternoon, it arrived at 5 in the morning. So you can see all the like leaf debris and mud like on the inner mesh of my tent just from putting it away this morning in the rain. And like tent spaces again are few and far between. We're trying to think of. We just reckon that putting mine up is probably the least of the less wet of the two tents. So yeah, but not a fun day. Hence lack of footage as well. But didn't miss much. Did about 16 miles. The first half of the day, I don't know what it was. I was just like flagging. It's just going so slowly. Like, it's just so disheartening to like leave the shelter either ahead of or at the same time as people, and then just like throughout the day them just come up one by one behind you and overtake you, knowing that they're taking the places in the nice dry shelter ahead of you. But yeah, not ideal, but yeah, we've got about probably gonna try and do 15 tomorrow. Just see how we get on there, but yeah. Like I said yesterday, the novelty's kind of wearing off now, and the grind is ongoing. Hopefully it'll turn a corner soon, so I want to try and get some sleep, even though it's like 7 o'clock, but right, night. Hello, I come to you live, well, not live, from the top of a mountain called Big Butt, and we are going to be very mature about that, and not make jokes at all. But yeah, we're about, I don't know, 2.5 miles or so out of the shelter this morning. Had fun putting away a wet tent again. Putting on all my wet clothes. This is still damp from the night before. Shorts were still damp, so that's fun. At least today it's not supposed to rain, I don't think. It's just like, you know, the incredible views that we should have are non-existent, but I'll take that over driving rain. So yeah, hopefully a better day. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. We might do like 15 odd miles and get to a shelter that's just then a couple miles from a road crossing where Korik's mum's going to pick us up, hopefully tomorrow, to get us to Irwin for at least one dry night. Or we might stop at the next shelter and then just leave early and do about 9 miles tomorrow to get there. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how we feel when we get there. But yeah, hopefully should have some actual footage for you today. I'm feeling a bit better today. last few days have not been great, as you can probably tell from from the videos. But you know, the idea of dropping out has seemed ever more appealing as the days go on. But I think we'll just need to kick out of this funk, and then we'll make some good progress, and then we should be all right. So not quitting just yet. All right, I'll get on with it. Okay, good evening from camp. So we decided not to go for the 7-mile shelter option, nor the 15. We are in fact between the two. So this is our first night stealth camping, which is basically just rocking up at some flat spot along the trail and just pitching your tent there. So it's just the two of us here. I'll just show you our setup. We've got Corrick's tent over there, mine here, and no one around. So we've got the whole place to ourselves, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so it was a better day today. Just maybe it is just the weather. Maybe I'm not good with cold and wet. But yeah, looking forward to a shorter day tomorrow to get to Sam's Gap and get picked up by Corrick's mum, and then get to a hotel and do some laundry and just general drying out of stuff. But yeah, better day today, so just finish cooking dinner and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. A very cold start to the day, but hopefully just a shorter one. About 6 or so miles to Sam's Gap to get picked up. Slept pretty well at that stealth site. Went to bed listening to the rustling of the wind and the trees, gentle hooting of owls, and the occasional screech and howling and barking of a pack of coyotes that were running up and down the valley. And I think at one point it sounded like they were maybe nearly 100-200 feet away. That was pretty cool. But they were kind enough to leave us alone and only come round maybe every 3 hours or something. So I managed to get some sleep. But yeah, should be a bit cooler today, but if you can see, we can actually see mountains again. It's not just walking in cloud. It makes a big difference. All right, speak to you later. Hello, good afternoon. We are just hiking out of Sam's Gap. So yesterday we hiked down into Sam's Gap, and we had a few options. We were either wait for Corrick's mum to arrive, or hitchhike or get a lift or something. But as soon as we arrived, Steve, was it?
Yes.
Steve from Unicoi Shuttles was already dropping off another hiker as we arrived, and he was already heading back to Irwin, so we got a ride with him, which was really nice. So we got a ride to the hotel, showered, and then obviously Korok's mum turned up, and we ate an obscene amount of Mexican food for lunch, which was very good, much needed. Like actual, real, proper town food.
Some of us ate too much.
Yes, some people were eating everyone else's leftovers and stuff, but they shall remain nameless. But yeah, had a really lovely afternoon just walking around Irwin. Went to the outfitters, got a few extra pieces of gear. So I've got what I'll buy. Finally got a new head torch that is actually USB rechargeable now, after the fiasco with the one in Hot Springs. I got a rain cover for my pack, because I sent that poncho thing back with Korok's mum. I just wasn't getting on with it, so I've got my normal raincoat and a rain cover now. I'll see how I get on with those. If I need waterproof trousers or like a rain skirt or something, I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, Korok's mum helped pay for some of it as well, which was very kind of her. So thank you for that. Yeah, and then we just had a nice chilled morning, had breakfast at the hotel. I got myself some new sunglasses because I knelt on my old ones and broke them, which was annoying. What else did I get? Oh, I got a new dry bag to put my tent in, because again, in a moment of frustration putting a wet tent away, I managed to rip the stuff sack that it normally comes in. So I've got a new dry bag for that, so I can put my wet tent in my backpack without soaking everything else. But yeah, thinking about 7 to 8 miles today. Just a nice easy one, getting back on trail while we're full of town food. Get to the next shelter and then go from there. We're actually going to end up walking back towards Irwin, so we might be back there again in a few days, who knows. Yeah, I'm currently powered by a massive caffeine infused lemonade from Dunkin' Donuts, which I assume is similar to that Panera Death lemonade. So I'm feeling unstoppable until the crash hits later, I assume, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, yeah, feeling much better today. It's a nice day. Next few days should be good as well, so should make good time. We're just coming down to this spring to try and get water. Someone's left some some Trail Magic beers cooling in the stream. I think I will probably pass though. I think I'll pass on that one. I don't need an ale on trail review of the cheap lager variety. As long as whoever left it here comes back to pick up their trash, then it should be fine. How the hell do we not see that one? God, I'm so blind.
Maybe we've been seeing huge animals this whole time.
Have there been bears around us this whole time? Also, I'm zoomed in. This is literally how close we are. I was zoomed in to see the other one, but that one's like right there. There are others around as well.
Because I'm looking around just in case.
Let's keep going, just go slowly, let's not. Hi. Don't.
Hi.
It must be really used to people because of that resort that's over the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I am not David Attenborough. I was like, look, it's a deer or something. See if the one gone. Alright, should we leave them to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
This concludes the impromptu episode of Deer Watch. Good evening. We are pretty much set up. We've just finished dinner. So you've got a lovely little 2-story shelter behind us, filled with some kind of whole load of Christian literature that someone's left here, presumably as a just for some light reading if you want to find out all about how you get all about your eternal damnation and whatnot, you know. So that's a bit of light reading before bed will be nice, but yeah, it's a lovely little site. We've just got our tents, you can see in the background, just drying. They're still not fully dry from the other day. What else? Oh yeah, someone's made like a little tree house in one of the there's like a hole in one of the tree branches. I'll cut in some footage now, but someone's put a little tree house in there, which is nice. So yeah, we've just been sharing our dinner with a couple of deer who've just run off now, but there were like 2 or 3 deer just hanging back there. They didn't seem too bothered about people. They're just like the ones that we saw earlier, which is pretty cool. But yeah, much better day today. Feeling much better. Maybe it was just the weather, I don't know. But yeah, gonna see how we get on tomorrow. It should be another good day. So yeah, might be able to push a few more miles as well. So yeah, and I'll catch you in the morning. Good morning on the 30th of March, I want to say. Yes, it is. Tomorrow is Easter. So today we are, well, at least I am, in much better spirits, as I kind of said last night. So we are hoping to push 17 miles today, which will be our second longest day. And the idea will be to get to somewhere called Uncle Johnny's Hostel. And I know we literally just stayed at a hotel. We've been very fortunate in the last few days. Like, obviously Corrick's mum came and visited us, so we stayed in the hotel in Irwin. And then tonight, I think courtesy of the Sturgis family, so thank you very much to them, we're gonna treat ourselves to a stay at the hostel. We're not going to zero or anything. We're going to do sort of big mile in and possibly a big mile day out as well. We're not sure yet, but the annoying thing is though, from after staying in the hotel and then driving back out to the trailhead, between today and yesterday we'll have walked somewhere around 25 miles, and because the trailhead we got dropped off at was so far back, we're basically just walking back to Irwin. So the hostel itself is like a quarter of a mile down the road from the hotel we were just at. So yeah, I've done 25 miles of walking to stay somewhere like a quarter of a mile from where we were like 2 nights ago. So just funny thing with how the trail's shaped. Like in this area it kind of goes south for a bit and around Irwin, and a bit further north it'll go round Roan Mountain as well. So it's just kind of, you can walk for miles and miles and you're still kind of near the same town and go back in there. So hoping to, you know, should have a good calm clear day today, and more town food tonight, which is always welcome. Let's get going. Okay, we are just heading down to our first road crossing of the day, and I've kind of brought up jokingly that I feel like I might be cursed at times, like with the whole almost bailing moment I received my blessing from those that church group in Georgia, like falling over, and like the head torch incident on Blood Mountain. But like every single time I've like we've gone past a big road crossing or something, I've said to Korok like, oh, it's a lovely day, it's a big road, maybe there'll be trail magic. There never is, every time I say something. So I've just been keeping my mouth shut today, because I knew we were coming to this crossing and it's a Saturday. I was like, let's just keep quiet. And just had to stop to let someone pass. But yeah, so every time I've mentioned trail magic, there's never been any. I've kind of been like jinxing it. But we're just heading down to Spivey Gap now, and like 2 groups of people have walked past like, oh, are you guys through hiking? Because there's trail magic and like hot food and stuff down there. So it looked like me keeping stum about the whole thing has paid off. So we are now booking it down the hill. There's other Thru Hikers behind us that have heard the news, so we're all just very carefully trying to pick our way through these rocks and not bail out and make it there intact. Yeah, see you down there. Okay, so the people were not lying, there was indeed trail magic. So we spent about just short of an hour probably, sat around chatting to fellow hikers and Bear Hang and his wife who were doing the trail magic. So they drove up like over 5 hours or something to be in the area for the weekend to do this sort of thing. So that was very much appreciated. They did, they had the usual like snacks, fresh fruit, cold drinks, but he also had a grill going, so he was making breakfast. So we had egg, bacon and cheese breakfast burritos, which were exactly what we needed. I also got a beer from their cooler for the trail, so I can do an Ales on Trails whilst actually on the trail review. I'll just wait till we get a nice spot to have a quick break and I'll have it then. I was assured that it is better than all the other, I'm sorry Americans, but it's better than all the other light beers that seem to be everywhere. Like, I know America has like a great craft beer scene, like there's loads of really good small breweries and stuff, but if we're being honest, the bigger brands and commercially available brands are just terrible. Like Coors and PBR and all that stuff. Anything with light in the name is just immediately terrible. So they assured me this was a good one. So we'll break that out when we get to a spot. And I can debut my new jingle from Mr. James Alsop, who probably threw it together himself in 2 minutes, but you know, it's much appreciated nonetheless. I'll link his music production stuff down below. He does actually do good work. He'll laugh at me for saying that, but he was you know, if you have any music production needs, go to him. It's much better than the he will put together something with better quality than the jingle he threw together in 2 minutes by his own admission. So yeah, we'll find keep hiking on, and when we have our break I'll put this beer to the test. All right, let's keep going. Okay, it is time for the very clearly much anticipated, based on at least one comment I've seen on YouTube, Ales on Trails review. Okay, so this couldn't be more on trail if I tried. Like, the trail literally just goes behind me here. We're just sat at this shelter. But this is what I have. It's a Youngling something traditional lager, original amber beer from, quote, America's oldest brewery. So we'll see if what they've got.
What are you gonna do if it's gross?
Just force myself to drink it. I was assured by multiple hikers there that this was a good, quote, good hiking beer, and also that it was better than the usual American pish that's mass-produced, which this obviously is, but well, we'll find out. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, it's a lager, so it's nothing too strong, but it is better than. It's definitely better than those like weak, like light beer things. Yeah, it's a bit smoother than those. It's not like as crisp, but it's got quite a nice, like, oh no, what's the word? Quite a juicy aftertaste. Let's go with that. That sounds fancy. That sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, it's just a decent lager, I guess. Nothing too outstanding. It was fine. I'll take it. And it was free, so of course that makes it better. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, we've made it to Uncle Johnny's hostel, which is about half a mile from like the hotel we stayed at a few days ago. But we've since walked like 40 miles since then, so you know, we're basically just done that weird loop around Irwin. But yeah, so what we're probably going to do now is, so the hostel has like bikes that you can borrow if you're staying here, so we're going to add more mileage to our day, but cycle into Irwin to go and get some food, you know, because we haven't done enough today, obviously, so yeah, we're just having a bit of a breather before hopping on our bike and risking life and limb on American roads on a bicycle.
When was the last time I rode a bike? Oh my god.
When was the last time you rode a bike in America? Mm-hmm. We could get an Uber, but there is some total of 1 Uber driver in Irwin. And I don't want to take the chance that he's then not available, like, to come back, and we'll just be stranded and have to walk back. So, yeah. Just wish us luck on our bikes.
Yeah.